Welcome to the Love and Sex Today show with Dr. Doug Weiss. Doug has been healing hearts and relationships for decades. He's helped thousands of people release the shame and the guilt, restoring hope, helping people get free from addictions to enjoy a better sex and love life. Here he is, your host, Dr. Doug Weiss.
Welcome to Love and Sex Today. I am Dr. Doug Weiss, and I will be your host for our 27th conversation. This is going to be a sizzling show. This subject is 3 words men want to hear during sex. So many couples struggle with really connecting to their spouse during sex, during that very passionate connecting moment. You have the hugest opportunity to speak powerful words that can mess your husband or partner up for a very, very long time. You're going to want to share this one with every woman you know, and you will see your man light up. Well, I want you to go to loveandsextoday.com, subscribe there, and then go through the steps to write us a review on iTunes. One of you who write a review will be chosen for a private conversation with myself, and we will be able to have fun and be able to maybe accelerate something in your life. Also, there's a free chapter on the webpage. You always want to get that because it's very helpful information. And we want you to have a great love and sex life. We want you to have a great life. And that's why we do this podcast every single day just for you. So today's topic, 3 words men want to hear during sex. Now, ladies, and I know there's probably some men listening to this hoping I got it right, but guys, trust me, I got this one. Ladies, I want to talk to you. Okay, most of you are married, you're having sex on a regular basis. Some of you are having long-term relationships, and you're having sex on a regular basis. And men are totally wired differently than women. And I think by now you know that, but you don't know exactly how they're wired. You know, sometimes it's like a Mac talking to a PC. You know, we're spaghetti and waffles. We're, a race car and a tractor. I mean, sometimes we are so far apart. And all we need is a language or a tool or a paradigm to bridge that gap to meet each other. There's lots of studies that supposedly say how much men think about sex. And there's probably a truth that men think about sex quite a bit. Women think about intimacy quite a bit. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, we want to be connected, and men are quite physical and they really do enjoy sex. It is something that makes us feel amazing physiologically. I mean, the relaxedness afterwards. Now, you ladies don't experience this, but after an orgasm, we men get a chemical released in our brain that actually puts us to sleep. Thank God. Otherwise, we might want to go again and again and again. But there's lots of stuff that happens to our body that makes us just feel amazing, makes us feel attached to you, make us feel close to you, make us feel like life is good. All is well in the kingdom. And we really do enjoy that connection. But sometimes what happens is we don't really get to be connected. Sometimes a wife is disconnected during sex. Maybe she's hurt and angry or mad. And so she can't be fully participating. And that feels very empty and alone for us men. Sometimes she just doesn't want to sex because she has other issues going on. And I think we have a podcast somewhere on why my wife doesn't want to have sex with me. And ladies, if that's you, you want to definitely get that one because I go through several reasons that may be legitimate. I mean, depression and low thyroid, low testosterone. There's all kinds of stuff that could be going on. And so that could be an issue. It could be that your husband's immature. It could be that, there's factors he doesn't help you around the house. And so you're aggravated with him. So you don't want to be all in because you don't feel he's all in. And those feelings of hurt and resentment, maybe unforgiveness can pile up and they will definitely show up in the bedroom. However, some of you just want to take your husband to another level. I'm going to share with you 3 words in just a couple minutes that when you understand how to plant these words into his being during sex, there is something that happens to him that it's really hard to explain to you as a woman, but it messes with us. It stays with us. I mean, whatever you say during sex stays with a man for many, many hours, sometimes days. So you really want to be wise about the words you choose. Now, I'm not talking about dirty talk. I'm talking about words that can really empower and strengthen and keep you bonded to him and him to you. Keep him wanting to connect to you at a deeper level. And it's really, really quite fun. Okay. So when you're having sex, just to kind of give you kind of a platform to this, when you're having sex, I'm not talking about the asking, that's another podcast. I'm not talking about foreplay, that's another one. I'm talking about actually during the sex act. Your husband and partner is the most vulnerable to you as he ever can be, physiologically, psychologically, and spiritually. That is the window when he has no protection against you. Now, I can tell you, if you're silent during that window, it will feel like tolerance. And if that's your MO normally, that will build resentment inside of his heart, and he will get passive aggressive with you. He won't pick up after himself. He'll treat you disrespectfully because he feels disdained during the most intimate moment. And maybe, you like to be quiet, but I can tell you quiet's probably not working for him, because quiet makes him have to think of something, have him think of some voice or some image. It makes him disconnect from who you are and your voice and your eyes and your face. And you want him to attach to you because those chemicals of attachment, they're huge. And he will either attach to you, your face, your eyes, and what you're saying, or he will have to create something to feel like that the psychological and the spiritual aspects of sexuality are being met. And if he has to meet them in a false way, he will, but preferably he would rather have it be your voice and your passion and your connectedness and your movements that, just imprint on his whole body. Okay, he can't get away from what you do during sex. He can't escape it. So if it's silence, or if it's tolerance, or if the words or behaviors you use is, I don't want to be here, hope this is good for you, kind of just letting him have sex with you and not making love to him, I can tell you that's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt your relationship. It's going to hurt him. And he will in some way retaliate from that kind of sexual neglect, or even kind of, it's abusive to just lay there. That's unkind and very self-absorbing. So I want to share with you these three words, and I'm going to explain to you the power of these words. See, women will tend to want to say the words they want to hear, and women want to be loved. And I love you. They love that, right? Men rarely doubt that their wife or partner loves them. I don't know what it is, but we kind of psychologically are stable there. Generally speaking, unless you're cheating or lying, or you're trying to play a jealous game with him or something like that, we generally think you love us. We know that we're flawed, but we know that you love us. We know that you care. We know that you're there for us. So those are not the words that we really have a need to hear. Now, depending on the sex language, and when there's going to be some podcasts on sex languages, these words might change. But I can tell you generally, these three words rock men sexually. Just rock them. They just get blown out, okay? So these three words are, I want you. I want you. Men have no question about your love for them. But what they do question with the children, with your schedule, with your work, with your workout, with your yoga, with all the things that go on in your life, your entertainment, your communities that you share with, your family, all that you have going on. Do you still want me? Am I still wanted by you? And I can tell you, most men have never heard that they're wanted sexually during sex. So when you're having a sexual encounter with your husband, partner, you're kind of getting on into the process. As he starts moving towards excitement, let him know, I want you. I want all of you. I want more of you. I can tell you the word more is very powerful for a lot of men as well. Okay, that word all by itself has a lot of power because it means that you want me. You want all of me. You want me emotionally, spiritually, physically. You want the gift I have for you is desired by you. I don't know if you've ever given a gift to someone and they open it up and they look at you like, what'd you give me this for? That's kind of what it feels like when a woman is empty sexually towards you verbally. And you want to be verbally active during making love, ladies. It is the most important time. If you really want to be heard, I can tell you that's when you will be heard. And you want to be remembered, what you say during sex will be remembered. And if some of that is I want you, no matter how you format that, doesn't have to be those 3 words, but I want you, more of you, I want to be with you sexually, I can tell you it will take your husband's sexual experience way up. The level of satiation he will feel, the level of intensity he will feel, because now you're making love to his soul, you're making love to his heart, you're making love to his spirit, and his body is releasing, all of that connectivity. And it is mind-blowing. I can tell you, being wanted by my wife, lover, friend, Lisa, is the most powerful thing. She can totally wipe me out. Now, I am an A+ personality type. I mean, I go 100 miles an hour all the time, getting things done. I mean, I'm doing this podcast. It's early in the morning, and I knock it out. I'm having a blast. But I can tell you, Lisa has the ability, when she connects with me in that want communication during sex, to totally fry me, totally wipe me out. That's how intense being wanted, being heard that you're wanted during sex is for men. So ladies, I really want to encourage you. This is one of those podcasts. Definitely share with your other lady friends so that they're having great sex, but also apply this, do this, and then write a review. Go to loveandsextoday.com, subscribe there, write a review. Actually, let your husband write a review. Hey, my wife listened to Dr. Weiss on those 3 words about sex, and he was so right. I mean, I've been sharing this idea for well over 20 years, and it has changed sex lives all over the globe. Now, if you go to the website, Love and Sex Today, there's also a free chapter for you. Also, we would love to hear a question from you. Or if you have a comment, something you want to say that, hey, that really worked, Dr. Weiss. I never talked during sex, and you're right. He became an animal, okay? And then he passed out, right? And so I want you to have a great love and sex life today. That's why we do this show. And I hope that you take this to heart and actually apply this. Remember, always have great love and have great sex today.
That's it for our episode of Love and Sex Today with Dr. Doug Weiss. Head on over to loveandsextoday.com and be sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes. When you do, and you post a review on iTunes, some lucky listener is going to win every single month a private confidential coaching call with Dr. Doug Weiss. Also, feel free to ask any question you like. You can push a button, speak your question, and Dr. Doug will answer your question in a future episode. So be sure to subscribe to the show. Doug's got some great gifts for you, and we will look forward to seeing you next time.